Welcome to Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. And yes, I had to rush home in order to kick this stream off. I hope everybody's having a great night. I'm excited to get going here. Let me make it so you can see what I can see. There we go. Fix the camera for some reason is always messed up. All right, and there we go. We did it, or I did it. Hey, we made it here, one way or the other. All right, let's take a look at these crypto bubbles. How's all of my people doing tonight? Shout out to Melissa. Thank you for the super chat. It says, happy Wednesday, y'all. You are all blessed and awesome. I appreciate it. Nothing like starting the stream with a super chat right off the bat. Really makes my night, gets me fired up, gets me going. Luna Classic is up 7.7% and Dogecoin is up 7.2%. Finally made it above 10 cents. I've been waiting for that for a while. World Liberty Finance is down 14%, Stable down 11%, Pump.Fun is down 5.8%. Let's toggle, and you can see we're pretty red here, between 1 and 1.5%. Let's drop down 100 to 200. We got Sky AI up 31.9% and UB up 15%. And we got UMXM down 22.2%. Not a whole lot else to report here. Genius is down 13.2%. Let's drop down another 100. Here we go. We got Norris. I don't know how I'm supposed to say that, but this protocol is up 25.6%. Asteroid returning with a 13.4% pump, and ARC up 11.4%. White up 10%. Pharaohs is down 20%, and Block Street is down 45%. What did that go down to? Down to 31 cents from 91. It took a big hit today. How are all my undergrounders? Let's see. Melissa's here. I saw Blues Guy. Blues Guy's here. Motivation Hero is here. Said, I feel stronger with you all. And these is a big respect for me because I feel the good hearts and strong souls I can grow and can learn every day. Love you all. Really as my spiritual teachers. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. I'm glad to see that Motivational Hero is able to come back. I heard you were having some issues with computers or something like that. Somebody mentioned it. So I'm glad to see you back in the stream. Now let's do our price rundown. BTC got a little bit of a pump. We're going to talk about that. We'll do some TA there. Bitcoin, $76,197. Overall market cap, 2.6 trillion, down 0.5%. We've been chilling here at this 2.5 to 2.6 trillion mark. You guys don't forget to slap and kick that like button for crypto knowledge. Absolutely. All right, Ethereum, $2,270. XRP, $1.38, pretty much same as yesterday. BNB, $619. Solana, $83.81. Tron, 32 cents. Dogecoin, like I said, up 11.3% on the 7-day. And it is back over 10, even 10.5 cents. So I love to see that. Is it going to go on a little bit of a tear? I certainly hope so. Hyperliquid, $40.22. Cardano, 24.5 cents. Monero or XMR, $377. Chainlink, $9.15. Pretty sure that's what it was at yesterday. Canton Network, 15 cents. Zcash, $327. XLM, 16 cents on the dot. Meme Core, number 24 by market cap, $3.40. It's been up, it's been down, but it's still holding pretty strong with the way that the market is going in the last couple of days. Avalanche, $9.18. HBAR is a high 8 cents, almost 9 cents. And SWE, 91 cents, still very much on a downtrend with Bitcoin. Let's pop down for the King of Flare and see what Flare's at. What is it? It was 80 something. It's 84 today, so it's popped up a couple. Still in the top 100, as I always say, is a good look for Flare. Apparently, there's going to be some things going on, I guess, with its tokenomics and things. Maybe Blues Guy could explain that a little bit more. Camsta in the house. Welcome in, Camsta. Glad to have you here. So here is what is trending. We have Ultima, Plume, Solana, Fluent, this Ginseng, which I think is new on the radar here. No 7-day chart for that one. A lot of new coins popping up, so we're going to be keeping an eye on them. Hyperliquid, Pudgy Penguins, Bitcoin, XRP, Dogecoin, World Liberty Finance, Asteroid Shiba, Rave DAO, Polmatic, and Siren. So let's go ahead and hop over to TradingView and take a look at what the heck Bitcoin is doing right this minute. We are not on the Bitcoin chart. Let me get you over there. All right, here we are. Let's go up to, like, say, the hour. And here's the interesting thing. We drew this ascending triangle with a measured move, and it's almost like dolphin dipping in the opposite direction, right? It ran up, it barely got above the 200, and it came crashing back down. And so you certainly would have been down or even maybe stopped out. They really faked everybody out there, but you know, needless to say, you still got most of that measured move. Not all of it, but like 90% of that measured move you would have gotten if you could hang in there, or if you entered the short earlier on. Now it looks like we're kind of doing the same thing. Let's delete everything. So are we doing this? And will they dolphin dip in the opposite direction? It is still a lower low. Higher low if you're short, if you get what I'm saying here. And that could take you all the way back to 73,000. Very interesting. Let's go to the 15-minute. Of course, I see a little bit of an inverted head and shoulder there. It looks like it is breaking out. Let's see what the measured move of that would be. Come on now. Get you back above the 200, but can it hold it? And it's not a higher high. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. We'll drop into the 5 coming up to the 200-day moving average. We'll be monitoring this throughout the stream and see if we're actually able to get above that 200, or if we get rejected. Your stochastic RSI is a little overbought. It says, bro, they think call fire. Oh man, it will make everything, everything go back to flare and up the yield and earn more. Super exciting. Low prices are delicious. It says, great to see you, sir. I don't know if he's talking to me, but it is great to see all of you. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show if you're just coming in. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about Bitcoin right this second. We're just going to see if it gets above the 5-minute 200 or if it gets rejected here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our list. Let's look at Ultima and Plume. Let's see, do we have Ultima already here? I don't know. Yeah, we do. I thought we did TA on it the other day. Let's go up to like the 1 hour. Definitely, it did what a lot of things did, right? So a lot of things were in flags like they were going to go. They did start to go. I've seen a lot of coins do this. Start to go, and then when Bitcoin turned around and dumped, they all turned around and dumped. And it was a bit of a cup and handle. A lot of volatility in that wick. Kind of crazy there. Let's go ahead and delete everything. Let's go to the 15-minute. And like a lot of things, you're under the 15-minute 200-day moving average. Pop to the 5. You're under the 5. Let's go to the 1 minute. 1 minute just kind of coming up there. And this, to me, is not the moment to necessarily take a trade on altcoins. If Bitcoin rips, they're going to go up. That's true. But we're just looking to see if Bitcoin's going to get rejected at that 5-minute, right? So I hate when I change my BTC chart. Let's put the BTC chart back where it's supposed to be. And look at that rip on the 1 minute. It's a nice pump when you look at it on a small time frame. All right, let's go somewhere else. And we wanted to look at Plume. Just look it up. Probably not worth digging through my list here. That spot on Coinbase USDC is fine. Let's take a look. We're on the 4-hour chart here. You've been up. Now, these type of flags, when they rip, are very parabolic by nature. and it didn't do it. You lost the trend, just like Bitcoin had lost the trend on the bigger time frames, and it did what you're supposed to do when you lose the trend on a bigger time frame, right? We had this trend here. It was very parabolic. You lost it, bearishly retested it. Can everybody see that? The bearish retest of the trend line right there, just like I pointed out before it even did it. And now you're under, right? So now what do? Do we make out like a flag, falling wedge, if you will, with a big measured move breakout? That is yet to be seen. So back to Plume here. I just wanted to point out the trend line on the bigger time frame, that when Bitcoin lost its trend line on its bigger time frame, also did many other things. Drop down to the 1 hour, under the 200. Once I see we're under the 200, like, to me, we're not bullish on this coin right now. So then you can go all the way down to like the 1 minute and just wait. If you were going to trade this coin, you'd just be waiting for the break above the 200, flag out, basically accumulate above the 200, let the 21 come up. Stokes seem pretty tight here, could get a little bit of a rip. And with Bitcoin ripping, if it continues, it'll probably pull a lot of these other things up. What other coins do we want to go over? Let's take a look at Solana. We don't do a lot of charting of Solana, so I think that today is the day. There we go. Let's do Binance. There we go. And again, we had, let's on the 1 minute. Let's go like the 4 hour. You had a trend line that definitely got broken on the 4 hour. And when it broke, it just started to fall, came back up with Bitcoin. Didn't quite test the trend line, but you get the idea. And now you are under the 4 hour 200. If you were into a short, idea stops above the 200, let it ride. Let's go to the 1 hour here. Kind of looks the same as everything else. Notice a lot of the patterns look very much the same. Welcome in, Plague Dogs. Welcome in. Go down to the 15. 15 coming up on the 200-day moving average for Solana. Can it get above it and hold it? That is yet to be seen. We've been high on the stochastic now for a while. Maybe some bearish div there as we look at the regular RSI, right? And the top here, you can see you have bearish divergence. Could be a good short. Seems like the shorts are now in play. Is this all a bunch of trickery and they're going to rip it? It's yet to be seen, right? All right. Let's look at this Fluid. It's a newer coin on our radar here. So with it being a newer coin, it might be a little difficult to find a lot of charts. Wasn't sure if this shirt was going to play well with the camera. It seems to be okay. Not that I'm going to go change my shirt right now. Yep. Blend. I guess we'll just do a spot on Coinbase. That's good. It's weird. It didn't come up in my list. And this is kind of what I saw. And a lot of things were doing this, making this big, long, falling wedge. And you could kind of say it broke out, but like not really. It mostly is just rounding bottoms here. Very quick move up. Maybe it could do that again at some point. But I think you need BTC to play ball a little bit here. Very rounded, right? Well, that wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. Very rounded. Maybe cup and handle on the 15 or something like that. You are above the 15,200. And you're well above, because you had a really big pump. You don't even have a 200 on the hour, right? You haven't even made 200 1 hour candles. So keep that in mind. Very new project. It could rip. It could go to nothing. You never know. Look at this gap in the VRVP. You moved up really quick here. This quick move up is what creates this gap in the VRVP for anybody who doesn't understand that. And so we will set a level where if we break it, we're probably going to have a very quick move down, right? To, what is this white line at? 0.09. His love the shirt. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm about to breed a new strain and call it stochastic so we can get really high on the stochastic. That's hilarious, man. Very few people would probably really appreciate that for what it actually was, right? Very few people would know what we were talking about. So this is going to be weird. The ticker is AI. This is Ginson AI. We haven't actually... Here, let's first go look at it. I'll pull it up real quick, though. See, I knew that was going to happen. So it's like Gin... There it is. Ginson, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to call it. Spot USDT on MEXC seems good to me. We'll pull up the chart, but we won't do any TA quite yet. Let's go to the 1 hour on it. Very kind of disturbing looking chart here. Maybe the 15-minute is better. It's all over the place if you ask me. Let's go take a look at it and see what it is before we even bother doing any TA here. So here it is. We did Fluent. Now, we talked about Fluent yesterday. Let's see, about... I don't really have a good explanation of it. Let me hit this drink over here. Blues guy says, I'll take a pound, please, of that stochastic. Yeah, they don't really give us a good explanation. At least with Crypto Rank, it's a little better about giving us an explanation. 34.1 million in market cap. Max Chart says this thing came out on the 24th of April 2026. We have an Ethereum and Solana contract, and our tags are layer 2 and infrastructure. So that's very interesting. Let's pop over to their website real quick, fluent.xyz. It says build 10x apps with blended execution. Integrate prints to add reputation to your app. The chain for reputation-based apps. So what does this really mean? What is this really telling us? Well, we understand what reputation-based is, and it's obviously a chain for apps. So one of the major problems in decentralized applications is scaling. When you get to a certain point, which doesn't take very long, you rather have to sacrifice security for the ability to scale, meaning having a lot of people using the app, or you choose to keep your security and then you just suffer being able to scale. It's a real issue in Web3, and so this seems to be a pain point. I've gone over this a bunch of times. For a lot of people who don't think very business-minded, you have what's called pain points. Pain points are anything that are a problem in your business, right? And it can be a problem that's in an industry, a problem that's in a market, anything. And some new emerging projects, companies, startups, whatever you want to call them, are going to target these pain points because they know that there is money in solving problems for bigger companies. So you come in, you solve this problem, right, of scalability and stuff, and then other chains and people are going to be willing to pay you money. It says all EVM, SVM, and WASM smart contracts are automatically composable and conveniently accessible through one wallet. So they built one wallet where all EVM, SVM, and WASM or WASM smart contracts, and that's Ethereum virtual machine, right? Solana virtual machine. And what the heck is WASM? I know what it is. I think it's Cosmos. I'm pretty sure Cosmos is WASM. Anyways, all these smart contracts would be automatically composable or like accessible through a convenience of one wallet. All your tools in one place. So they're solving a problem of interoperability, really, bringing everything together and making it work well together. Says, I knew a guy who got high off Stokes once. He woke up in the Strait of Hormuz driving an oil tanker. Is that a real story? I don't think so, but hilarious nonetheless. Dozens of programmable languages. So this seems like a good project for devs. It's not really going to get retail highly excited. Now, retail is highly speculative, so if they don't have a lot of new projects to speculate on, it could get a pump. You see, it had a really nice pump because it was probably new and people were just figuring out about it. And then it had a big pullback. You call it a falling wedge, whatever. And I've noticed that a lot of these falling wedges that we would normally trade as a falling wedge with the measured move being this big candle here, then don't really play out in a bearish environment, and they just start to round. And then that's where you get the cup and handle, or the Adam and Eve, the inverted head and shoulder. You get what I'm saying? It's a reversal for the falling price action. Now, that wasn't what I really came here to talk about. We want to talk about this Ginseng, or ticker is AI. It has 67.9 million in its market cap. Max Chart says that it literally came out today. Ethereum contract, it is hot off the press. Ethereum ecosystem, it's got .ai in it, so we know it's AI. It's smart contract and Binance Alpha Spotlight. Let's go ahead and come over here. The network for machine intelligence. Okay, what is machine intelligence? Decentralized infrastructure for AI. That's the answer to the question. To train, verify, trade, and evolve, powered by AI. Is AI, here's the thing, AI as a ticker, you would think would be like a really strong move, but there's so many other things that have AI in the ticker, or AI in the name, and so that actually could be very confusing. I actually think as a ticker, they probably should have gone with like Jin or something like that, or JYN, or something that was more unique and faceted to their actual name of their project, so that you will remember it better. If I'm trading a ticker AI, that could mean a lot of things if I come across that. The economy aggregates human knowledge into prices. Says neural networks aggregate patterns from data into predictions. So does it have to do with predictions in the market? So you have humans, you have machines, and then they're saying both together equals. Ginseng is the decentralized infrastructure where they converge. So they're bringing together human and machine. That's their point here. Now, we're taking their word for it. This is their website. They wrote it. You take it for a grain of salt. Could mean something, could mean nothing. It says Trump said he was an American patriot, to which he replied, "I'm turning this ship around once I figure out how to steer." Well done, well done. The market is an optimist. What is this? Is optimization loop. It's an optimization loop. Okay, I don't know where my brain was going. When machines can be paid directly for accurate predictions, the price becomes their reward for signals. Models that perform better earn more money, and those earnings fund the next generation. Winning models flourish, and losing models die off, causing the aggregate market to get smarter as participants optimize. So there's a lot of things I actually want to say about this, and this comes directly into AI, trading bots, all kinds of stuff. So when a trading bot, and a trading bot is a combination of, code, smart contracts, whatever, that do this or do that based off of scenarios and situations, right? So if it's new in the market and very few people are using a trading bot that has a very unique way of doing, and so it's winning, right? But as more people begin to use that trading bot, that's where it gets dicey, because one, the market becomes heavily aware of the saturation of people trading one certain way, and you'll see, bots come in to combat that. So I think what a lot of times they put forward when it comes to trading bots is like, there's a way of trading with a trading bot, and if it works well, it's just always going to work well. That's not necessarily true, right? Because as somebody uses a trading bot, maybe it's given to the general public, and they are all using a trading bot, or other trading bots are copying their style of trading because it's working. The market is going to realize that, and people are going to look to exploit what they know people are going to do, or what the bots are going to do. So really, you have a ton of bots competing and counter trading each other, and it gets really messy. And I think people with big money who run trading bots, they have to constantly tweak and watch the market and tweak. They'll probably have a whole separate bot just analyzing what all the bots are doing in the market. It seems kind of all over the place. You see how it gets complicated? Do you guys get what I'm saying? It says decentralized AI needs 3 things that haven't existed before: peer-to-peer communication between machines, persistent on-chain identity so reputation accumulates, and cryptographic verification so computation can be trusted, right? It's very interesting in a world of decentralization when you bring AI into the mix. Now all of a sudden everybody wants to have identity. Kind of interesting, right? Now, I wouldn't say that decentralization is really conclusive to identity and privacy. You know what I mean? Knowing who people are or not. It doesn't really matter one way or the other. It's the application of using it that matters so much. So if you were going to put money in a bot, well, you'd want it to be identifiable so that you could see how it's tracked over time, right? And that's all we really need to go into. Delphi, the first information market on the network. Really interesting if you know what Delphi is. Anybody actually know what the roots of Delphi are? The oracles of Delphi. A lot of very similar language. It's very interesting because the first information market on the network, they named it Delphi. Is anybody familiar with Greek mythology or anything like that and actually know what Delphi is? All right, and I'll leave it at that. If you don't know, then I guess you still don't know, because that would take a while to go into, right? And that's not necessarily crypto. Great info, my man. Love every bits and pieces. Absolutely, that's what I'm here for. And it says, we would be very grateful if every crypto enthusiast here would please press the like button, subscribe, and join the Discord. Follow Underground on Facebook. Absolutely all of those things. Thank you, Melissa. Shout out to the wonderful mods. And now I guess we'll go look at the chart, because the chart did look rather interesting. And by interesting, I meant chaotic, right? This looks very chaotic. So you have like the day, well, is that the day it came out? No, it's not the day it came out necessarily. So you had some price action here. You had a lot of price action. It's a 15-minute chart, right? So if you go to like the 1 hour, it's not nearly as long. And you have this, wow, how long has this thing been around? Let's go to the daily. It's under the impression this was a far newer project, but maybe not. Wow, this thing has been way up there before. Okay, so this is not such a new project. Fluent is. How do we have, I don't even know. It says Jensen. I don't know how we have totally different data, but it is what it is. So the 4th of January, 2024. It looks like it's been nothing but down from there. Let's go to the 4 hour. Pull it up. It got a really big pop in price action, right? Gotta really zoom in to see it. Let's just go into the hour so we can get a little bit better data. And you see it really popped from like 0.04 all the way to like 13, high 13, almost 14 cents. Big pop. And then it seems like maybe people were chasing it after that. Let's go to the 15. Not a whole lot to report here. Not a whole lot of good looking data that I would want to speculate on, is one way to put it. It is somewhat kind of flagging out here. I don't really love it. I mean, I see a shoulder, head, potential shoulder rolling over there. If Bitcoin pulls back, it's probably going to pull back here. And you got to know like kind of environments of the market. Like we were really bullish, right? And so when we were really bullish, a lot of things were pumping. A lot of things were doing what we wanted as far as the upward move. If you're somebody who doesn't like the long, it's what you, or doesn't like the short, I should say, that's kind of what you're looking for. And here you got like a falling channel. It's starting to break out of that falling channel. You can easily see it go back to like a really high 6 cents, 0.067. And there's not a whole lot more to say for this coin. I don't get anything about it that screams this is a project I must have in my portfolio. More just kind of watch and see what it does from here on out. Let's go back to the internet. All right, cool. So let's go take a look at that fear and greed index, everybody. But before we do, definitely make sure you smash that like button. And I'd like to tell you guys a story about crypto. As I always do, this sets the tone for our IQ raising event or the topic of the day. We're still talking about portfolios. I hope 2 weeks of talking about portfolio inspires you to think about if you have a portfolio or if you just have a collection of coins that you bought that's very different from a portfolio that you've actually put time and effort into how you were going to execute before you executed versus you bought a bunch of things and now you just kind of call it your portfolio. So put some idea and some thought into that. So the idea of timing crypto perfectly is very appealing. Everybody wants that 100x, 1000x, whatever. That really does require you to buy when nobody knew about it or nobody cared about it, bottom of a bear market, or it was brand new, and really ride it up. See, I think a lot of people want that 100x, right? But a lot of people wouldn't hold a coin once it was up 50x. If they got up 50x real quick, they'd probably sell it, right? Especially if you put like $1,000 into something and then you turn around and look and it's worth $50,000. Are you going to sit around and wait to see if it gets to 100? Maybe, maybe not. 50,000 might be a big deal to you. You might just be like, I'm going to go ahead and sell this and move on with my life. This is a win. Then you have other people. I fall into this camp sometime myself. I'm more stubborn. I'm like, where's the market at? Where are we in the 4-year cycle? Stuff like that. And I'm going to wait to try to get that euphoric top of the market, which is kind of what messed me up when it came to this last quote-unquote cycle, because altcoins never got a euphoric top. It was like back in 2024 when it should have been the end of 2025. So the idea of timing crypto perfectly is, of course, very appealing. You wait, you watch, you try to identify that moment, right? And then you go in. But that approach creates a lot of pressure. So we're talking about really like a one big buy or several buys, right, in a small time frame versus scaling in over a longer period of time. So that creates a bunch of pressure because now everything depends on one decision, and they're really talking about it as one big buy. And when that decision doesn't feel perfect because it goes lower, people hesitate, they panic sell, or they wait longer, they overthink, and often they don't act at all. And that's why scaling really matters, because scaling removes the need to be perfect. Instead of one decision, you make a series of decisions, smaller, more controlled, more flexible, and over time. And that builds a true position, not perfectly, but effectively. One entry equals too much pressure. So if you had $5,000, you're going to deploy it in the market, right? And I've seen a lot of people do this. And you're like, I'm going to wait for the bottom. And then you hit a point like where we were with that double bottom, and we start to move, and people think this is it. This is the bottom. This is the bottom. And then it kind of winds up not being the bottom, right? We go lower than your buys, and you start thinking, oh no, I could be getting better prices. So you rather have to scramble to come up with more money, maybe more than you intended to put in the market, or you just sit there and wish that it was better, or you panic sell, right? One of the better strategies, if you do something like that, would be to, when you get very close to where you bought in, to sell. And then if it goes lower and lower, then scale in from there. You could kind of fix it. You get what I'm saying? You could kind of fix your bad positioning. But then the next time, scale in and don't buy one big one, right? But there's other times where you think it's going to go lower, you sell for barely any profit or break even or slight loss, and then it bounces and you don't ever get lower. Now you don't even have a position. So it can be a heck of a thing to time. This is why I believe scaling in is always much better than making 1, 2, 3 big purchases, right? So the fear and greed index is at 29 today. We're still in fear and not extreme fear. Yesterday was 26, so we moved up a little bit, but 7 days ago was 46, right? So it's been pretty volatile, but I do think it tracks pretty well with the market because we were not euphoric in any way, shape, or form, but we were starting to get a little bit of confidence, right, in this market, and it pulls back. Very typical, right? 40 on the altcoin index, moving more towards that halfway mark. I think a lot of people would see moving up this to moving towards altcoin season. I would somewhat disagree. I would say this middle area is kind of indecision, where we don't really know if we're going to go to altcoin season or if we're going to go back to being strong Bitcoin dominance. So keep that in mind. We'll be checking it every day. Let's make this the top 20 and not the top 10. If there's a coin you want me to look at, definitely drop it in the chat. So here we have Jensen AI as one of your top trenders. I think it's mostly because it got that big pump and then people started looking at it and now they're all hoping it does it again. Why it did it in the first place, I have no idea. So you have Jensen AI, which we already pretty much went over. Then you have this RSK infrastructure network. Doesn't that sound exciting? So RIF operating system is a framework for decentralized applications and services built on top of Bitcoin and RSK smart contracts. Protocol technology, same thing. When did this thing come out? It's been around, it seems like. It's not a brand new coin or anything like that. The 1st of January 2021, 53 million in market cap, been as high as 336 million, so a bit of a disparity there for sure. You can see it had a really nice pump here. Is the whole thing just a giant cup and handle? I would say no. If anything, it's more of a double bottom. Double bottom getting a little bit of pump there. Not something I would be overly interested in jumping into. Growing the Bitcoin economy with RIF. A lot of people hoping and dreaming to get all that Bitcoin moving as liquidity so that they can make fees off of it and stuff. You have to think, like, how many people are genuine crypto connoisseurs, blockchain technology enthusiasts, right? I need to hit this drink so I can talk. And how many people just see an opportunity to make money, right? What do you think motivates people more? And so I often mention this. I'm all about Bitcoin DeFi because I'm all about any crypto DeFi, right? Decentralized infrastructure, decentralized finance. But how many people are Bitcoin maxis or just really into Web3 pertaining to Bitcoin? How many of them just want to see the money that's locked up or held like a digital gold in a safe, in a digital safe? They want to see people pull it out, move it around, because they're going to collect off of all the fees from moving it around and stuff like that. Maybe they're going to make money in their yield engines, right? Like if I'm Bitcoin DeFi and I have like a vault and I give you 10% APY, but I'm making 18 or 20% APY, where do you think that other 8 to 10% is going? In my pocket as a company. Or sometimes worse, sometimes in my pocket as a person. Shape the future of Bitcoin DeFi, build, earn, and win on Rootstock, the leading Bitcoin layer. So bring more utility to Bitcoin. And the reason why you don't hear me on this stream really get like super excited about Bitcoin DeFi is I've just seen Bitcoin DeFi have so many projects and act like it's going to rally or act like it's going to get exciting, and then it never really does. It's been a long time since Bitcoin DeFi was really hot, since it was really something people really cared about and were excited about. And so that makes it to me seem like that category in crypto is not all that strong because of the way a lot of people view Bitcoin. Bitcoin's big, it costs a lot to have one. People don't really understand the nuances of, you can own percentages of it. And if it goes up 100%, you make 100%. It doesn't matter. Like if you have $5,000, right, and Bitcoin moves 70%, you're making 70%. Let's just say 100%. You're making 100%, even if you don't own a full Bitcoin. Now, to us who have been in crypto a long time, that might seem kind of obvious, right? We're familiar with this. But to a lot of the people in the traditional finance world, or they're not even in the traditional finance world, right? And they're coming into this with some money, maybe enough that you could buy a Bitcoin, or, a lot of them in that traditional setting are buying Bitcoin. But the ones who's everybody else, the larger percentage of people, they're looking at Bitcoin like it's already too big. It's already too expensive. And so they turn their attention, in my opinion, if they're smart, they turn it to like Ethereum or XRP or BNB or Solana, a bigger coin, but a lot of them have a lot less money, right? And they're trying to turn $100 into a fortune. And so they wind up buying meme coins and stuff like that. And greed will really get you. Let's look at Liquid, another coin on our radar, with no token generation event. Now, this is something I notice a lot. It comes in waves, right? There's times where there's a lot of coins that are about to hit the radar that have no token yet. You'll just see they've raised some money, 25.6 million, and we're like waiting for them to token generate. Big difference between token generation and like the life of a project or a company or a startup. How long they've been around, how long have they been posting on Twitter is very different than how long they've actually had a coin in the market that fluctuate and has a chart that you can trade, perpetuals, all of that stuff, buy and spot. You need a token to do that. So Liquid, which I have to admit, not the most original name. When I see a name that's like really not original like this, really hurts my confidence in a project. Liquid is a non-custodial trading platform. Boy, I was just thinking, we really need more trading platforms. Not. Users trade directly from their own wallets, which make it a decentralized, trading platform, or a DEX as they have here in the categories. What ecosystem? Hyperliquid. Okay. So the Liquid name makes a little bit more sense now that it's in Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid has been doing well compared to everything. And as far as keeping attention in the market, Hyperliquid has been doing really well. But will this be able to capture that same attention, or will it just be useful? Will it just be useful? And not to be redundant here, Liquid could be very useful, but if there is not a path pre-designed and set up for whatever money is made to boost the price, buybacks, money into the market cap, that's what a buyback is, burns to change the tokenomics. If something like that's not going on, then I don't really have a lot of faith that a coin will really pump. So there's not a whole lot to look at here other than money raised, 25.6 million. Let's look at their website. It's very infrastructure, right? So liquidity, infrastructure, very important, but not the most exciting, especially to retail. Liquid is the best way to trade any market at any time. Here's your decentralized exchange, right? This is just a picture of like a dashboard. I believe we did look at this yesterday because we said, hey, they've got gold, they've got all kinds of different stuff. So in one way, in their defense, this is actually really nice because not all decentralized exchanges can you trade stuff other than crypto, right? Like you can trade gold, oil, silver, and of course you can trade Solana and Dogecoin all in one place. Amazon, Nvidia, Google, right? Tesla right here with Fartcoin. You can trade Tesla or Fartcoin. Okay, you get my point here. It's all integrated into one. I really would be interested to see what they're using for these decentralized, like is this Ondo type stuff? Because we've seen Ondo quietly building in the background. Like you don't hear Ondo talked about a lot. You don't see Ondo pump very often or be relevant in the top trending. But then I go to the new coins and I see like, Tesla tokenized. You see all these stocks being tokenized under Ondo and a couple other platforms, but it's mostly Ondo. So there's a lot of building in the background that goes on before things actually pump and catch the attention of retail, because it's big money, smart money, institutions that are doing a lot of this stuff. Who do you think cares a lot about tokenized assets? Retail or institutions who have a big stake in the game? And again, as far as anything else goes, it looks like anything. It's got a chart. It's got your order book. It's got your limit, market, trigger, buy, sell, leverage, whatever. I actually don't know if there's leverage on gold, but I'm sure there probably is. You can short. Here, let's say size position. Okay, so you do have your leverage. Your leverage is at the bottom. Looks like it goes up to 25x leverage. So if you're somebody who already trades gold and stuff like that because you've been in the market for 30, 40 years, you think this would be pretty cool. But to the rest of us who are more crypto-centered people, not as exciting. Or at least to me, not as exciting. So you have Nuva Finance. Nuva Finance is a real-world asset marketplace enabling users to invest in institutional-grade yields from curated vaults. They've raised $5.2 million. It's not tiny, but it's not a lot either. Let's go take a look. Real-world yield backed by real-world assets. We took a look at this yesterday, right? They're going to have their flagship vault, 3.3%. And then, of course, their NV Prime, or their premium vault, where you can get like 8% plus points, right? Plus points, whatever that's worth. I would be definitely more interested in the actual APY than the points. You deposit USDC and mint NV assets, earn yield on them. It's very standard stuff. This is not revolutionary by any means, but I guess the more the merrier. The more people do this, the more people will know about it. Helps the overall DeFi cause. you'd have to be somebody who just really wants a very specific exposure to real world assets, I guess. Bello, I don't know what this is. Again, a lot of new coins showing up, 17 million raised. Bello is a digital wallet for freelancers to receive international payments in stablecoin and crypto. Okay, I think I already kind of get the vibe. Of course, it's going to have a mobile or payment or wallet type of tag here. No token yet, obviously. Let's go to their website. But this seems to me like what's a good example? Fiverr. Fiverr's probably a good example here. Doesn't look like you can use it anywhere except for Bolivia, Colombia, Mexico, Brazil, and Argentina, right? So this is very much for South America. Good odds that Americans are not even going to be able to use it. They do have Paraguay, Peru, and Chile. Now, understand that in South America, a lot of people hire virtual assistants out of there, right? Because they can pay them a lot less money. Right, and there's plenty of people who speak English down there, right? This is their website. I mean, I don't know what happens when you click on one of these. You click Brazil, what happens? Your work permit to work and live beyond Brazil, right? So they're saying you live in one of these places, US dollars worth a lot probably. You want to get in some exposure to other things. There you go. And I would be very interested in hiring some of these type of virtual assistants. That a lot of times they're called VA. And you know, maybe they could do things for me and I only have to pay them a couple bucks an hour. It's really good for them because that's actually worth a lot of money. For me, it's really good for me because it's very affordable. Everybody wins. A lot of people have a lot of opinions on that. I'm not going to get into it. And then we have Fence, right? Fence has raised 21.9, call it 22 million. Fence is a tech platform that automates asset-backed finance facilities in real time, monitoring and cash flow. Tech platform that automates asset-backed finance facilities with real-time monitoring. Okay, so I guess they're helping companies monitor their money. And why are we looking at these? Because here's a good example, a really good example. There's been many projects, whether it's Zama or anything, but also think of Rave DAO. At one point, one day, Rave DAO came across our thing. It had no token, right? It was just coming soon. That's what I like to think of this as, right? You're just getting a sneak peek preview, right? Coming soon. But coming soon can equal big pumps in the future. Or it can equal big dumps the day that the token is live or the week that the token is live, right? So as Chocolate Salty said one time, he's no longer buying any of these coins when they come out. He's just farming airdrops for them and trying to get some coins for free because he says almost all of them are giving coins for free in some way or another. You just got to get in there and get it. So it just seems like they want to manage money. That's what it seems like. Modern infrastructure for asset-backed finance. Maximum control and transparency for lenders. Minimum financial and operational burdens for originators. If you understand that language, lenders, originators, stuff like that, then you probably work in that industry of loans. 4 agent functions, unified in one system. So it's like a really nice, well, I'm not going to say really nice. They want it to be a really nice back end kind of thing for companies. Again, how that puts money in their cryptocurrency, making the price go up, you know, can be a lot of different things, or it can be not at all, right? Like they could require the people who use this to buy it in Fence, right? They could require them to make payments in Fence. I don't know. They could somehow build it in where money flows through the Fence token, or they could just not do that at all and then it never really moves. So it's hard to be overly bullish. The more you've been around a lot of this stuff, the more you understand kind of where people go wrong with their speculation. They're like, oh, that's cool, they do this, people are going to need that, buy. And it's like, okay, but like, how does the money get into the market cap? How are tokens getting burned? How is the tokenomics going to work out? What are the tokenomics? Like questions people usually ask or think about after they buy a project and not before. So Sky AI, not a new project, but Sky AI has been on the radar a lot. Matter of fact, after this, let's go do some TA on Sky AI. Getting a nice pump here on the daily. Let's go down to the hour. Looks like we're flagging out and breaking there. We will save that for Trading View. Sky AI is an all-in-one AI ecosystem powered by the MCP protocol designed to integrate intelligent solutions across various industries. 287.8 million in market cap. You're right there at all-time highs. All-time high 288.9. So you're right there. Right there. Let's go to their website and see what Sky AI is all about. SkyAI.pro. And I remember this website because it did like the, why is it not coming to my mind? It should come to my mind. It looks like the album cover for Brick in the Wall. Come on. You guys know what I'm talking about. Somebody say it in the chat. I don't know why it's not coming. I really don't like this. Whoever decided to make it so you can't really read this, it says bridging AI to blockchain architecture, but it is very hard to read it. And as you scroll down, a lot of times they try to do the fanciest stuff and it just doesn't really work well as far as people being able to read it and get right to the point. We provide a development kit for accelerating blockchain development. The website is kind of cool. How MCP benefits blockchain. MCP enables large language models to fetch on-chain data aggregate or data in real time, unlocking anonymous decision making. So, of course, very AI type stuff. 60 plus official tools. See, that's kind of cool. 10 billion data size. And it's an AI, right? Type platform for developers. Import Sky AI's capabilities through IDE or MCP plugins, cursor, whatever, accelerate the development of contracts, dApps, and blockchain-related projects. Justin Reason says talk is cheap. Yeah, Pink Floyd. That's exactly what it was. I don't know what is that directed towards? Justin Reason, talk is cheap. I was talking a lot about how projects can promise you whatever. So I don't know if that's what he referred to or if he means my talk is cheap. Whatever, that's fine if he wants to have that opinion. I don't actually think that's what he means. So let's go look at Sky AI over on Trading View and see what the charts tell us here. And it is literally Sky AI. That is the ticker. Those are perpetuals. I want a spot on a reputable exchange here. Weeks is not really strong enough for me, but that might be what we have to settle for. You can already see you don't see Coinbase. You do see MEXC. I don't see a MEXC spot, so I guess we're going to a weak spot. That is where I like to trade, but it's not really actually where I like to look at it. Looks very interesting on the 1 minute. I'd rather look at it on the 15, right? Wow, look at that. Sky AI up and into the sky. So you have a range here for sure. Not what I wanted. Just being sus on all this new stuff. No, not you, mate. I didn't think so, because I was just kind of saying exactly what you just said. Talk is cheap. And again, when you go to people's websites, businesses' websites, they're the ones who get to kind of write all of that stuff. Not kind of. They're the ones who write all that stuff. And so you're never really sure how solid of information you're really getting, or if it's just what they want you to think. You got to think, if I was a scammer and I wrote a website for a coin that I wanted people to buy so I could drop it on them like it's hot, basically I would put everything fantastical that you could put in there, right? And that's again why I was talking about how you got to understand how the money impacts, or the project tokenomics, burns and stuff like that, impact the price of the actual coin. Because if you can't really figure out how that's going to work, good chance that it's not, right? A company has a treasury, like a bank account, and that's not the market cap of the coin. If they make $1 million, right? Say it's a coin, the market cap's, I don't know, $20 million. And the company themselves provide a product and they make $100 million, right? Well, that's not going to go into the coin's market cap. That's going to go into their treasury. That's going to go into their bank account. Nothing wrong with that. They have employees to pay. They made that money. They might want to use it for advertising or scale. Like, they might be good. They might have something they would do. But if they put that $100 million into a $20 million market cap, that thing would 5x overnight. The people holding a lot of the coins would sell that, and then their $100 million they made would pretty much disappear on them. That's not good business. You don't really want them to do that. What I'd like to see is, with a company that provides a product, I'd really like to see that company say, hey, 5% of the money we make, 10%, I don't care if it's 2% of the money we make is going to go into our market cap, right? So that I know something. But better than that are burns, buybacks, stuff like that. Buybacks and burns are better in the long run, I feel like, because they can raise the value of something even if no money is actually really being made. If I burn the coins, there's less of them. We've talked about tokenomics many times, and you're right to be sus on all the new stuff. Absolutely. And the people who aren't sus enough tend to lose quite a bit of money. And I've been there. I'm not talking smack. I've done it. I bought coins because I was like, this is really cool. They're going to do something cool. And then you realize, like, oh, it doesn't really matter if they do something cool. It doesn't even matter if it works. So here you are for Sky AI. This looks not amazing if you ask me. Let's put it that way. Just how flat it is, how small in a range. It looks like it's just kind of getting started here. Your breakouts here. It says Sky AI could go to about 38.5 cents. Somebody once told me, I believe it was the lifer, that when you see like and this is not the worst example of it. If you've ever seen a square chart, right, where the chart's literally like, right, and that dip wouldn't even be there. It's just literally like a stair step, right? Those are usually very low liquidity, very poor performing assets, right? Sometimes it's because they're very new and then they kind of even off. But if it's been around for a week or two and it's still doing that, probably not the best look. I don't have much else to say other than it broke into a range. It kind of looks like it's breaking out of that range. I'm pretty sure your price discovery here, right? Like, and look, it's kind of done the same thing, right? Up in a range, was in a range for a while, up, and this big straight up moves. It doesn't seem that organic, right? And this is very recent. So I'll let you guys kind of read between the lines there when it comes to that. It doesn't seem the most organic. And I'm not saying that they're scammers. I'm not saying that. It could just be a low liquidity, a low amount of money in the actual project. So a couple big people swinging around can really make a big difference. 285 though. 285 million. Yeah, and you're getting like that big of swings and stuff like that. Just doesn't quite seem right. It's very interesting though, because I have a very different chart here. I wish it would tell me where it's pulling this from. Is it aggregating multiple stuff here? Now I'm curious what exactly we're talking about. But anyways, we'll keep an eye on it. I don't want to spend too much time on one tiny thing because there will be a tomorrow and we will look at it again. We got Blockworks, which again, doesn't look like there's any token for. We're just learning, right? This is underground crypto deep dive research. We are deep diving and researching emerging projects that haven't really emerged, right? To me, a project is real. Well, that's a totally something we could argue about. But let's say that they're on the scene officially when they have a token. Before they have a token, what does it matter? You can't buy it. You can't trade it. Unless you're an insider. Unless you're whitelisted, right? Or some kind of big VC, you can't buy any of it. So how relevant is it to you? It's better to just know about it, watch it token generate, see if it falls down. If you really like it, that could be a good time to scoop some. Or if you're like chocolate salty, you go find a way to get some of the coins for free. So Blockworks is a crypto data and media platform providing research, news, and market analysis. Okay. Crypto data, media platform providing research, news, and market analysis. Maybe they should sponsor the channel. So building trust in on-chain capital markets. Website looks pretty cool though. I'll give them that. So it's like a place of aggregated news and everything you'd kind of want. Maybe all. What are these analytics we have over here? Very interesting. Core density, thermal signature, charge potential, surface conductivity. What the hell are they talking about, right? What are you talking about here? It sounds like it's some kind of machine in somebody's garage, except for like, I don't know what they're talking about. Very interesting. So price performance in the last 24 hours, top gainers, top losers, like another place to look. Blockworks seems interesting. I mean, these are the type of things from crypto rank to CoinGecko, coin market cap, these different things. This is how like they come to exist. And I kind of like this. We may have to just keep this on the radar and maybe use it from time to time and see if it has any new functions that we don't have, right? Because if we have, like, for example, you have CoinGecko, but crypto rank seems to operate a little bit differently and give us different results. Like, we don't see as many new projects that haven't token generated yet on CoinGecko. They seem like they're a little more reserved, where crypto rank adds them right away. Well, if this does some other things, gives us some different data points that we're not getting, then we'll integrate it, right? We'll use it. So total blockchain rev, all fees paid for general purpose block space. Is that across every blockchain, or is that just Bitcoin, right? What are we talking about here? Rev. Like revenue, I mean, I get that. Let's go view data. And it's something you could play around. Like, in my opinion, like, you're really only as good as many tools. Your understanding of how it all works, right, is great. But on a day-to-day basis, it's also very much about what kind of tools you have and how much you look at them and how much you compare them to other things, stuff like that, to get kind of a competitive edge. Let's see, up here we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Solana, and Hyperliquid price pinned at the top. That's kind of cool. We got data flows. We just got like a flow of information to look at. 24-hour app revenue, 24-hour blockchain revenue. Those are some different data points, right? Like, I don't usually see anybody talking about 24-hour app revenue. How that would help you, I don't know. Maybe if you're investing in a portfolio that has a lot to do with apps, that could be useful. All data is just data, right? It's neither highly useful or highly unuseful. It's all perspective. It just depends on if it matters to you. If you have a portfolio of nothing but apps, 24-hour app revenue might be something you look at every day. So we have crypto ETFs. It looks like there's a wealth of knowledge here. Like, you could go through a lot. Launch pads. Layer ones. Like, this is pretty cool. It's got Fogo on here. What is Fogo going to tell us? So I'm actually, the more I look at this, the more I really like it. Like, this is pretty cool. UG, this past 6 months, been intense learning with you, bro. Hey, that's what I like to hear, intense learning, raising that crypto IQ. I'm grateful to learn from you, and you're so knowledgeable on crypto and life in general. You're a 5-star general, bro. Man, I really appreciate you saying that. And I know you well enough to know you're not just saying that. I appreciate it, man. I try to do all I can. Crypto is the main vehicle here on YouTube, but I'm very much about bettering yourself in life in general, whether it's philosophy, your mind, your spirituality, how the world works, like whatever it is. I do my best not to go off on a bunch of different tangents here. Sometimes we'd be talking about health and stuff like that, but we save that we have a portion of the stream that is the underground hangout portion of the stream. We also have our members only stream. I've been very busy the last couple of days. Feel the energy coming back to my body. I took my son to his, It's not his birthday yet, but it's his birthday dinner because I think we're going to Busch Gardens on his actual birthday. And then we have his birthday party on the weekend. Like, there's a lot going on for his birthday. But I ate way too much food, and I was very sluggish and tired. That's why I had to rush home once I was rushing home from the restaurant, and they took forever to check us out. Ever happened to you? You ever been at a restaurant? They take forever for everything, the food, to check up on you, to get you, whatever, a dessert, the ticket, so you can get the heck out of there. It was one of those nights, but it was good. It was good. I'm just happy to have the ability to hang out with all of you tonight. Yes, Melissa, we're very glad to have you here. I take it you're not working, or you got off work at a reasonable time. I know a lot of times you monitor from working at the same time, which is some dedication, right? Did you take cayenne pepper? We are so happy you are hanging out with us tonight. Oops, LOL, I just asked Melissa about pepper. Kids, born day. They are so into it, yep. All right, so there's a lot of wealth of information here. I think on the members only stream, we might spend some time really looking at some stuff. I mean, I'm sure they got flair. I'm sure they got some different things we could look at. So if you're very dialed in, or you have a large position in something like Monad, you can get a huge wealth of information. Matter of fact, highly encourage all my undergrounders to go to this website and bookmap it or something. Bookmap it. What am I talking about? One tab it is what I use. If you're not using the one tab Chrome extension, I mentioned it a million times. I don't know what you're waiting for, because now I can just store this, right? Boom, it's stored right here. Every day I have it. Very easy, very simple for me to come back to at any point. Probably going to bring it up during the members only stream. We have quite a few things. There will be a members only stream tonight. We'll see how long it goes, but there will be a members only stream tonight. If you want to be a part of the members only stream, you have to have a membership. It's $3 a month. Like, I know a lot of people can be from different places. $3 can be a lot. I totally understand. But I highly encourage you to do that, because that's where we kind of take still crypto, but we also are hanging out. It's just a lot more intensive. It's a lot more all of us together, putting our heads together, hanging out, having fun, playing games, playing some slots. Like, there's a lot of different things that go into it. Anyways, see up here it says one tab. Never used it, bro. It is so helpful. Like, you'll see I have tons of different websites, right? Like, I have, the metaverse stuff to look at. Sandcastle, these are different AI products that I plan on bringing up during the stream. You have Hey Gen, which is where I generated, those AI videos. I think I'm just going to use them for, shorts on YouTube now. I'm not going to make my whole course on AI. People just seem to like if I just actually film it proper, which I will. Zverse, like, I have everything that's really important to me, and you don't have to do them one at a time. I just do that like right now when I came across one single website. But sometimes I have a collection. Like right now I have a bunch of tabs up. If I had to restart my computer and they're not like, say, my usual tabs that I normally use, I can just hit one tab a whole bunch of them together. Then when I restart my computer, one tab automatically comes up. It's a Chrome extension. You go to the Chrome store, you type in one tab, you download it. Then you get this little icon up here, right? You left click. It'll say unpin, because I already have it pinned, but it should say pin, and you can pin it to your little bar up here. That makes it easy. You'll see I have MetaMask, Soulflare, Grass. Like, I have a bunch of different things up here. My Ronin wallet. And it just makes it really easy. I'm not getting paid at all to tell you this. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, right? Like, this is not a sales pitch. I'm just telling you this is a resource for me that has made my life so much easier so many times. Like, when we get deep into the sauce and we have a lot of different things up, like, it quickly will get me back to some of the games we were looking at, some of the Starknet wallets and things that I've used in the past. Like, it's just really helpful. Spend a second to tell that, because if you're not using it, if you use Chrome, highly recommend. If you don't use Chrome, then I don't know if they have some kind of equivalent or something like that. Anyways, Blockworks. I really like Blockworks. No No token generation event yet. This is one I would be watching because I think it looks cool. I think it looks useful. But again, how does the money add up? How does the money get bigger? That's the question. They've raised 12 million. The total raise versus valuations are always very mind-boggling to me. Like, they've raised 12 million. They don't even have a token. But you're going to tell me their total valuation is 192 million? Like, how do you make that jump? I just don't understand. Like, you could come to CoinGecko, grab any token. Let's grab one that's maybe a little bit smaller. Shiba Inu. Or, sorry, Asteroid Shiba. And then come down here and say market cap. Then you have a fully diluted valuation. That's fair. That makes sense to me because that's basically the same thing that's the market cap. But then come to something different, like Pudgy Penguins maybe, and come to, okay, this is not that much more, but it's more, right? It's bigger. But sometimes it'll be like 100 million in market cap and like 1 billion in valuation, and I'm just like, I don't really understand how you get to that, right? Like, this is more than double, well more than double, like 2.5 more or 1.5 more. So yeah, I don't really look at the fully diluted all that often. Anyways, off on another tangent. Melissa says, sorry, I can't use one tab on my iPad. I tried. I want to so bad. Yeah, that when you get into like mobile type stuff, it really changes. There might be a way to use it. I'll let you know if I figure that out. I'll pull it up on my phone because I guarantee on your iPad or whatever, features are probably very similar to my iPhone. All right, where do we want to go from here? We went over Fluent. Tag is one. Pharaoh's Door. API 3. Athleta we haven't heard about in a while. Rune or Thorchain, we haven't heard about that in a while. Let's look at Tagger. So Tagger AI is a decentralized AI data solution platform that combines AI tools with blockchain technology. Again, AI is really only as good as the infrastructure and resources that can feed it. GPUs or memory, whatever, but also oracles that feed data in real time. Like, the whole infrastructure is what makes AI like work well or not work well, right? Work very mediocre. On the daily, it looks like cat ears. Anybody see? This is like the most classic cat ears you could ever get. 59 million in market cap, been as high as 136. Let's take a look at Tagger. Blues Guy says, cool, I just downloaded it. Man, it's one of the most useful tools that I've used forever, and I absolutely take for granted. Like, when you have a tool like that, like one tab, that if you didn't have it, you're just like, I don't know how I could go back to like starring and then going into my favorites. Like, that's just a hassle, right? All right, a decentralized AI data solution platform. Tagger is a decentralized AI data solution platform establishing a DE Corp model, creating a boundless workforce and permissionless framework for data labeling, collection, management, and trading. Oh my God, I know you guys just got so excited about Tagger and all it can do. No, I'm just kidding. Probably not very excited. Tasks completed, active work. Okay, so it says start a task. Well, website's going crazy here. Data collection. I'm not even sure what's going on anymore. I feel like I'm playing a video game at this point. Data collection, low density. Got like a little falling panda looking guy over here. What does it say? Our advantages. This seems like it could get very technical really fast. At least they have a really cool website because, yeah, I feel like I'm about to really hardcore lose everybody going over this. Tagger looks interesting. Looks like it has a lot of stuff to it. Solutions. Yeah, we were just going over that. Image encoder. So this is all very techie AI stuff. We've already gone pretty long on this segment. Maybe if I see it tomorrow, we'll bring it back up. I just don't want to go on another super long tangent and lose you guys because we have plenty of other things. We're rolling into an hour and a half of the stream. Let's look at API 3 and call that the last one here. Doing the same thing. I had like a big falling wedge that just rounded out. Seeing that over and over and over. Let's go to the weekly so we can see when this token started. Maybe. There we go. So it looks like the 17th of January 2022. So it's been around a while. And if it's been around a while like that, you're very likely that the market cap and the all-time market cap have a huge disparity, right? It's like a 10x. But that's because it's been around a long time, right? It did very well, or it did something in the, euphoric blow-off tops of previous, altcoin seasons. API 3 is a DAO dedicated to build, manage, and monetize decentralized APIs at scale. What is an API? It's what you can link, something to a website that you're giving it permission to do things like a trading bot or something like that. All right, who's ready to raise that crypto IQ? Who's still with me? Let me see something down in the chat, right? Let me see. I'm gonna take 1 minute, right, to just catch my breath because I'm screaming over here and drink this drink. And I just want to see who is with me. How many people will participate and throw like a 111 in the chat? Just something. Give me anything. Custom emojis, anything. Let's see how many people are awake and actually listening. I forget there's a delay too. I'm like, where's everybody at? Yeah, there's like a 20-second delay here. Melissa says she's still here. Roll call. It's funny, as soon as I say roll call, like 2 people leave. Blues guy. So Melissa and Blues guy. Melissa and Blues guy again. Also still Melissa and Blues guy. Which I love. But where's everybody else at? Where's Plague Dogs? I don't think Reliable J was here. Justin Reason, you still with me? Camsta, are you still with me? Who can hear the sound of my voice? Motivational hero, are you still with me? Just Blues Guy and Melissa. Participation is hard. Like, I know it's probably because a lot of people are probably listening and they have other things going on. Probably stepping away for a second. Yes, very good usage, Blues Guy, of the palm head slap emoji, because that's where we are right now. All right, this is for Blues Guy and Melissa, apparently. 1 entry equals too much pressure. Trying to time one perfect buy creates hesitation because it has to be right, or I would say it feels like it has to be perfect if you're going to buy all in at one time. Scaling spreads risk over time. This is why you hear a lot of people really talk very highly of DCA. Yep, Justin Reason, he's hopping in. Thanks for being here, man. DCAing is basically scaling, right? Except for DCAing, to what most people are talking about, is just like a reoccurring buy, like where they buy every week or they buy every month. Like every month they buy $100 of Bitcoin or something like that. Some kind of allocation that's set up that does it automatically, that kind of thing, right? Well, scaling is like DCAing, but it's more like DCAing in a small window at a certain point when you're ready to execute, right? It's not just consistently buying $20 of Dogecoin every week. Not that I do that, but it spreads out the risk over time. So instead of having a 1 entry that you're stuck to, you have an accumulative entry. So you were buying, if you're DCAing, you were buying all the time. So you have a, an average price. So apply that idea to more like trying to catch a bottom, but instead of trying to catch the bottom in a purchase or 2 or 3, you do it in a time frame. I would say, from about a month and a half, 2 months ago to probably into whatever comes next, whether we continue to pump or, because even though we've moved up, we're still not even back above 100,000, right? So I would be buying from like a month ago, month and a half, 2 months ago to whenever Bitcoin gets to about 95,000, 100,000. And holds above 100,000 would be where I'm just like, this market's about to take off. I've probably deployed a lot of my capital already. Or we continue the bear market for like another 6 months or something like that. We go much lower. We see 40,000 or we see 35,000 for Bitcoin, right? And because you didn't spend all your money in the very beginning, now you can buy at those lower prices. Then when it goes up, higher gains, right? So scaling spreads risk over time. Instead of one entry, you build multiple entries across a range. I really don't think everybody understands it's team A or team B, right? It's one or the other. You rather already understand this and you get it. Cool. Or you're not really understanding why I'm pushing this so hard. Not that I ever give financial advice, but why the reasoning behind it I feel so strongly about, right? Example 1, simple split. Here's your example. Total capital, $10,000. Divided into 5 entries at $2,000 or 10 entries at $1,000. Now, an entry is just a purchase. It doesn't mean 5 different cryptocurrencies or 10 different cryptocurrencies. This 5 different these 5 different $2,000 buys could be all in the same thing. It could be all in Ethereum, it could be all in Solana, it could be all in whatever, XRP. Or it could be 5 different entries of 2,000, right? But if you're going to do multiple coins, you got to think of exposure. You got to think of what you want to be exposed to and what you think has value. I'm a bigger fan of 10 entries at 1,000. Because that gives me 10 different opportunities to get a lower price in the market, even if it's not on the same coin. Let me say that again. It gives you 10 opportunities to get lower prices in the market, not necessarily just in one coin. Deployed over time or price movement, same thing. Example 2, range-based scaling, right? So entry 1 at the current level, entry 2 when it drops 10%. As it drops every 10%, you continue to add. Not exact, but structured. Because the idea is at some point, even if you get down to 50, 60, 70%, at some point it's going to bounce. Now, if you start your entry 1 at the height of the bull market, you're going to be pretty sad for a long time, right? You really want to wait for not the bottom of the bear market, in my opinion. I want to wait for lower prices, like BTC's dropped 40, 50%. All right, we're probably not at the bottom, but it's a good time to start thinking about portfolios, coins that I want, where the bottom might be, how much money I have to deploy, and start putting together a plan, right? Example 3, aggressive on weakness, smaller initial entries, right? So this is where instead of doing like say 2,000 buys or 10 1,000 buys, you come in and you're like, all right, it's getting to be time. But instead of deploying $2,000 at a time or $1,000 at a time, I start small and I buy, say, $500 worth of something that I want, or, $500 spread out against the different things that I want. And as we drop and get lower, as I see lower prices, I then begin to buy more aggressively instead of $500 buys, right? Maybe I'm doing $1,000 buys. All depends on capital and strategy and what you're trying to get, right? And if you're real good, you're looking at prices specifically, because one day something might drop 20, 30, 40%, and then other things that you're holding might go up. So you're not buying the things that went up, but you're going to maybe make those purchases. That's why it's important that you know what projects you're interested in before you worry too much about just trying to buy at a certain time. Because what if one of the projects you already started building a position is up 20%? Well, maybe that's not a good time to buy it. But other positions that you wanted to build are down 15, 20, 30, 40, 50%. Those could be good buys. You get my point, right? It can be as involved or uninvolved as you want. And risk management and all of that stuff. That's why everybody has to figure it out for themselves. That's why financial advisors, even if I was one, is not really the way to go. Understand the ideas and then understand yourself, your risk that you're willing to take, how much money you have to deploy, how much that money means to you. If you have, say you have a good amount of money, say you had $50,000 to put in the market, but like that's really all of your savings. One, you might, just a thought, if it was me, I might want to think about not putting all of my life savings into it. But two, I hope you're not going high risk. I hope I wasn't going to go high risk with my last $50,000 that maybe took me 4, 5, 10 years to accumulate. So just think about those type of things, right? Never telling you what to do, right? You adjust based on conditions, right? Important, not a fixed script. So you have a very rough to intermediate outline of what you want to do, but you're not completely fixated to it, right? You adapt to volatility, to conviction, and to market behavior. Core insight here is you don't need one perfect entry. You need multiple good entries. So follow the build segment. I like this segment a lot. And there's no team sideways. We want up. Yeah, no, there's no team sideways. There you go. Yeah, that's good. I like that. You're so nice and mindful. People will love your info, bro. I would put at least 50K all on blue. There you go. Don't put it on red or black, though. So here we go. A one entry mindset. You wait, you guess, you hesitate, you most likely miss a perfect bottom, right? Or a perfect top. Scaling mindset starts, it adds, it adapts to what the market is doing, it continues to build. One waits for perfect, the other builds through the uncertainty. And I'm just going to read that again. One waits for perfect. That's the one buy or the series of a couple big buys. The other one builds through the uncertainty. So uncertainty is going to come. Are you going to build through uncertainty? Or are you going to be a victim of that uncertainty? That's, I guess, what you have to start to ask yourself. Now let's talk about airdrops. I really need to find those decentralized exchanges I was using. I really thought I one-tapped them. I really thought I one-tapped them. And I guess I didn't. It's very rare that I don't one-tap something. All right, we'll open this up. We'll see if there's anything else there. We'll open this up. All right, cool. So right off the bat, let's talk about this influencer who I believe is in Turkey, but they're all about airdrops, right? It's not political. Chocolate Salty gave us this one, and I like it. I like it a lot. He has the base airdrop pinned for quite some time here. But you have this base rank check. So this will be for your base. You can check your ranking based on your activity among 2.5 million wallets. New roll alert, right? So this is a lot of stuff about the base airdrop. Did I click on it or something? Is this all he's posting about right now? Base airdrop getting more attention. Does he? Okay, here we are. Here's the Lite virtual machine testnet, right? So Litecoin's testnet here that they got coming on. Airdrop status is confirmed. Early activity, potential upside. Get started now. So we are going to do this one. I believe that this is already posted by NW or Chocolate Salty, right? In the airdrop section of our Discord, link to our free Discord, not pinned in the chat. Let me go fix that one. That's on me. That's what happens when you're running late to your own stream here. Did I mention I ate probably way too much food? All right, now it's pinned. And I had to really work through that, right? Didn't make excuses about it, but I definitely had to work through it. All right, now let me go check the airdrop tab. All right. So Ink, here we go. He's got the Litecoin EVM. And then also, this is even easier. So you have a faucet, that's how you get the coins, a GM and deploy, a mint on-chain bridge, mint your domain. So this is interesting. I guess we're going to pick up a new one today. So let's go to the faucet. I don't have a wallet. So let's see. Are we actually, yeah, we are able to use MetaMask. I love that. I love when it just I didn't have to do anything. It's why I like MetaMask. And I think Rabby does the same thing. I know I need to get a Rabby wallet. It's probably much cooler, much more techy. Probably more bells and whistles. One day I'll get it together, right? But for now, I have MetaMask built in. I'm very, very familiar with using MetaMask. And so it is what it is. I'm going to use MetaMask. And this is a burner wallet. For anybody who doesn't know, it is not like my main official wallet. I like to do this stuff where if something happens, it's catastrophic. It's not my main wallet. Not that I keep much money on my other MetaMask wallet either, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know why we're talking about it. Anyways, So this you might want to follow this person because they have a lot of sauce, right? So first and foremost, we go to the faucet, we get some funds. Now we have some funds in our testnet wallet. All I did was click add wallet, and MetaMask instantly added that Litecoin testnet and generated me a wallet within my other wallets. Couldn't be easier than that. I'm sure that Rabby does the same thing, right? I'm sure Rabby does pretty much the same idea. So next we go to on-chain GM, which we are already very familiar with, right? Go to testnets, and here we are, the Lite VM. So we'll start messing around with it. The faucet's always right there if you go to do a transaction and it's like, hey, you don't have any money. That's probably why. Okay, there we go. First it was acting like it wasn't going to do it. I wish Chocolate Salty was here tonight. I really do. I will have to catch him. He shows up a lot here lately, so I'm sure we'll catch him on the next stream. And again, thank you for the super chat tonight, Melissa. I really appreciated that. And we'll deploy a fourth smart contract here, right? Bang. Now, what else do we want to do? We want to mint a badge, right? We just want to create as many transactions as absolutely possible. So here's for on-chain GM. Follow on Twitter. I mean, I want to. I'm kind of banned. I'm suspended. It says I am following them, right? So what do I do? Unfollow and then go ahead and follow. Okay, following. I think you have to like toggle it somehow. There we go. Join Discord. I don't know if I'm actually a part of their Discord or not. Okay, go away. Open in Discord. It's going to open in the back on Discord. There you go. Add to friends. Explore discoverable servers. Other places to make friends. I already have them. Verification. You do not have permission to view this message. Well, then why did you bring me here? What is the point of this? Okay, it's very weird. Took me to their Discord. Then it has verification, but it doesn't have the button to actually like verify. Very interesting. Anyways, I'm going to have a lot of these things probably already done. Okay, that's done. Follow their co-founder. I see. So you just open it up and then close it. If you already have it done. So if you've already done it, don't worry about it. Just open them. Once it loads, exit it. And then it's going to say, boom, you did all the things. Now we can mint a badge. And then I assume they would be looking at this as a more significant, right, transaction. Maybe not all transactions are viewed equally, right? I don't really need that testnet up anymore. We minted the badge. Does it let us mint a badge again? I don't know about that, but we'll try. Can we mint it again? Okay, we have 2 badges. I don't know how many times you can mint the badge or why you would need to mint the badge 3 times. But we did. And there's badges for a whole bunch of different, layers, layer 1s, testnets. That's what I really meant to say. Now you can mint your domain. We're using all testnet stuff. You're not going to have these domains when when the actual mainnet comes live. Like, you're not going to have these domains. Just knocks everything over. Love that. So we will register a domain here, just again making more transactions. Wallet doesn't match network. Yeah, it does. It does though. Yeah, light, register. I'm definitely on the right network for sure. Okay, congratulations. It went through here. And you don't really get to do these a bunch of times. I guess you could register other domains, like just do, I don't know, crypto underground, like different variations. I don't know if these like transactions are worth more. You never know, right? Because it's airdrops. It's all uncertainty. You don't really know what's going to be big or not big, and that's all done on purpose because they just really want you to participate, right? They want you to participate and actually do as many different things as you can so they can stress test their network. Anyways, again, this Selman NFT is definite, or Selma is really what it is. Selman NFT. Really good person to follow. There's a couple other pages that do this, right? Tired of renewing your name every year. Renewal-based naming is outdated. Fees keep increasing. Permanent domains. Ink airdrop. Infinity. Yeah. So we will now add that Litecoin one. And then there was DAC. Don't remember if I saw it on here, but Chocolate Salty seemed to like it. We haven't been on this website in a while. Okay, we're going to want to switch networks here. Prove it in our MetaMask. Oh, wow. Use super coins to get more lives. Why do I care about this? I don't care about this. Apparently our little pet died. We had 8 treats for him, and 8 treats was not enough. I don't have super coins. I have 8 lives. Why do I need to buy 9 lives? Can't I just use the lives that I already have, you know? You have, okay. So I have 850. All right, can we do this? Failed to purchase. Yeah, this is kind of dumb. That part's dumb. We've completed all the tasks here. I just wanted to double check. This is Superboard. It's kind of like a place where they put together little like sets of quests for different test nets. Let's go look at quests, see if we have anything for Litecoin. Tempo. Can't seem to scroll over there. And there's a couple of these different websites where they kind of put these quests together so you can do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, in progress. I really wanted to see if we had Litecoin, but I don't see a Litecoin. All right, well, enough of that. Moving on. Let's go to on-chain GM and do what we need to do here. Let's go to testnet. Let's go to Robinhood, and we will GM on the testnet for Robinhood. Whoa, just punched the microphone. Deploy smart contracts. I gotta find the decentralized exchanges again. I don't know why I messed that up so bad. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go to find them, to be honest with you. But I will. I think I found them through a lot of those other websites that have quests. There's the Superboard, but there was a couple other ones that we had looked at, and that's how we had kind of found them. And then we'll do ARC, which is, of course, USDC. We will on-chain GM there. I love that MetaMask just switches in between networks. I don't really have to do anything but click the button. It automatically switches between the networks. Couldn't be much easier than that, to be honest with you. Deploy, deploy, deploy. Bang. All right, there we go. And then you can see all the different things that are around. Here's Pharaohs, right? Is this the actual chain or is this a test net? How do I see? Let's go to the faucet. Test net for Pharaohs, right? Testnet Lite is on. Where's the faucet? Do we have a faucet? Claim tokens. I am not a robot. I have no idea if this is supported by MetaMask. Atlantic testnet, connect a wallet. MetaMask, okay. Boom. Done. connected successfully to Pharaohs. So I guess we're doing the Pharaohs testnet too. Now, is it worth doing? No idea. Absolutely. Oh, I like how it automatically put this in. I like that. I don't really want, I don't want to follow them on Twitter. I really don't. Since I'm literally banned anyways, who cares? Let's go ahead and authorize them. Claim now. Smart move on their half, you know, making you actually have to do that. Go to on-chain GM. And maybe this is how we get some free Pharaohs tokens, right? This is all testnet. First transaction failed, probably because it needed to switch over to a different network here. There we go, was successful. So now we're even doing this Pharaohs one as well. You got Fluent. This is how maybe you can get some free coins on stuff that's just coming out. And if it comes out and they say, hey, we're going to give everybody $20 worth of the coin, and the coin's not worth a lot, and then it goes way up, like you might get a lot of tokens that are later worth a lot more money. I don't know. Just a thought. Food for thought. The more you do, the more you have opportunity here. And again, just using MetaMask it's just very easy. I don't know what else to say about it. Let's look at the faucet on Fluent. Is this testnet? What is this? I'm here to build apps. I'm here. This is mainnet. So this is all mainnet stuff. Easy way to see if it's testnet or mainnet. Just to go to the faucet, and then if it doesn't come up with the faucet, this says mainnet. So it's live, right? Cool stuff. And that kind of concludes our airdrop segment here. Let's go ahead and grab our tokens. Chocolate Salty said Pharaohs just launched testnet over, don't waste your time. Okay, see, I knew Chocolate Salty would come through, tell us what's going on. So let's go back and look at our airdrop. So that we have DAC blockchain to join their, looks like, Discord. Testnet is live. Use link below, and it will take you to the website that has everything you need to do. Requires EVM wallet, current faucet. Okay, so since we're not going to do Pharaoh, I guess we will go check out this DAC, right? Now, what all are we doing? Enter Inception. Get started with a wallet. MetaMask should automatically make us a wallet, right? Bang, adds it. Ah, it's so easy. That just makes life so simple, right? See, Chocolate Salty's all over it. Thanks for telling me that. Looks like we can claim a badge. We probably need to get some testnet funds first, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Prove ownership with Discord login. I don't know what this means. Access to your user avatar and banner. Microbrew some local kombucha. They're always so funny with that. Once you authorize, will be directed to Discord, Inception DAO. I don't really like this. I can always come back and do that at another time. Where were we? Huh, I guess it did not stay up. Let's go over to the staking on Memex. We will integrate that DAC in there. They just changed kind of the layout here. Very interesting. I'm currently locked up with them for another 68 days, which is fine. I'm not stressing it. I don't see myself really selling my my coins in the next 68 days here. But after this big lockup, I probably will not lock up for such a long time next time. All right, just looking at how these posts are doing. Very well. We're building over here, slowly but surely on Memex. Check out our liquidation map for BTC. See what the heck that's looking like today. It says do the social task. Yeah, I'm going to come back to it in just a minute. And notice how this thing went all the way up to a liquidation level and then just like didn't do it. Like, they just didn't want to liquidate $99 million, $100 million. They touched like this, 52 million, and they're like, we'll wait. Good chances probably gonna go back up for all of that liquid. There's not as much liquid anywhere else. Make sure we're on the right chart, right? Go to the monthly here. See if we have any big, deep liquidity. We just don't. All of our liquidity is to the upside. That really kind of makes me want to take a long and kind of look like pump, pullback, pump, some pullback, right? Pump, pullback. It kind of looks very shoulder, head, and shoulder. Just interesting. I'm not going to really draw a bunch from that. All right, let's go back and pull up that website again that we were just at. Connect, wallet, MetaMask, approve, connect. It says do the social tasks. I assume there's nothing on chain for this, right? So here's the social task. Follow on Twitter. I mean, very easy. Hit follow. Like, it really doesn't hurt me none. Done. Link your Discord. Let's go ahead and do that. Done. Join Telegram channel. It's got to open Telegram there. Telegram joined. Oh, link your X account. Why not? Again, I'm still suspended. I guess they're never going to do anything for me. It's kind of BS. So they can do whatever they want with my X account because I can't use it. Verify email, register your communication. Yeah, sure. Why not? Submit an email. I will do that at another point. Send first transaction. Sync. Let's do a transaction. Faucet's up here. I haven't hit the faucet yet. So let's just go ahead and claim. I don't know how to go back to where I was home maybe. There we go. All right, sync first transaction. I think I needed money in the wallet in order to do that. It just says pending. Bridge tokens coming soon. I think I kind of did everything I needed to do, right? Can't really share it on X. Let's see. Does it even let me post? Oh, wow. It actually did let me post. I just assumed I couldn't post anything because I'm suspended. Let's see. Am I still suspended? Let's go to profile. Wait, did they unsuspend me? I think they did. Wow. Surely is amazing. I think they realized that they messed up and just went after like a bunch of people that they shouldn't have gone after. Recruit operatives. All right. Who wants to be my recruited operative? Copy the referral link. Send first transaction. Obviously, I use Chocolate Salty's referral link. So hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully that gets you like whatever. Helps you go. Keep going. Daily tasks. Double drip. Claim DCS twice in the same 24-hour window. And it tells you what's easy, what's harder. What's this hard one? Devote 40 claims. Claim from the faucet 40 times. I guess that's hard. How often can you draw from the faucet? Okay. Every 8 hours. Okay. Set your watches. Come back in 8 hours. All right, let's do our chainer stuff. There is on-chain, but you need the faucet to work first. Discord connect is safe. Yep. Yes, until the faucet works. Social and daily check-ins is what we're doing there. Okay, so the faucet's not working? I thought the faucet worked. Maybe the faucet didn't work. We haven't really done anything on-chain yet, right? All right, we harvested what we needed to harvest. Now we need to replant, or there will be nothing to harvest here. What happened to my character? He decided to go all black today. I did not do that. B&B, all in, harvest. Keep trying to get more and more B&B for free. If you ever got to 1 B&B, that would be astounding. Let's see. But we're there. We're about how do I say this? Because we're so many zeros here, right? 0.0095, so we need another 5 here, and we'll lose a 0, which is kind of cool. I don't expect it to be a lot of money. It's free. They give away a whole bunch of value for absolutely nothing but clicking some buttons. Well, then it won't be around very long, and everything we're doing will be a complete waste. So I don't want to see them give away too much value too quickly. Obviously, if you spend money in the shop, if you do, please use my my link for commission. I think they give me 30%, which is pretty cool. But if you spend money, you can make more money, but now you're into it for money, so now you have to make more money faster. Does that make sense? So by not buying anything, I'm kind of setting it up to where anything I make is profit. I think when I hit that like 0.001, I'm probably going to see if I can actually withdraw, right? I don't even know how much it is. Can somebody, Blues Guy, can you tell me what 0.001 BNB is? So 0.2 zeros, then a 1 BNB. How much money is that in BNB? We will go to our mini game. Wait, did we do the Atom Caster? I feel like we just did. I just did it so fast, I don't even know what I got. All right. Let's get a quick 1,000 points here. And the members only stream will be starting very shortly here. I haven't set it up yet, so you don't see the countdown. But very soon we will switch over to the members only stream. It's $3 a month if you want to be a members only, where we do some of the underground hangout here, but we do hangout over there, but also we're looking to better our lives. We're looking to look at different things, right? And we really, I don't know. I'm after a bunch of things. We'll see what other people care to do. Play a few slots with our free money, see if we can hit some free money. But at the same time, we also very much want to better ourselves, whether it's health, using AI tools to generate income online, deep diving different categories in crypto, and it's also, here's a big plus for the members only. It gives me an opportunity to also talk to you guys and see what you guys really care about. Like if somebody really wants me to go deep dive a bunch of airdrop stuff, or potential airdrops or whatever, or we want to just take an hour to look at all the new chains that are still in testnet, like we could do that. And that's just an example of like a very dialed in thing that a very specific person in the community might want. And for somebody else, it might be something totally different. Maybe somebody else wants us to go to, Deck Screener and look at the coins that had just come out and kind of do like a feel for the different names. Now that one I think we're going to be doing on a pretty regular basis and see if just anything comes out that really strikes me. I've got a coin for you guys that did anybody see the Lifer stream today when he was streaming live from the Bitcoin convention in Las Vegas? Anybody check that out? He talked about a certain meme coin that's very interesting. Has a little bit of substance to it. I mean, a little bit of substance. It is a meme coin. It doesn't mean that it has the blessing or anything of Lifer necessarily, but that he found it very interesting, and I had never really heard of it. So we're gonna have to go find that. Okay, I am well over 1,000 here. Bang. Now I'm just getting to just kind of wreck. I don't know if they ever update this game, but it does feel different all the time. All right, cool. Let's let them take us out. I'm done playing this. It works, but it's finicky, as testnet sometimes sends nothing. Yep. You can tell by looking at the top of the screen if there's a box there that says DAC balance. I will do that in just a second. Let's see what we get. It says $120. I think you missed 0.001. It can't be $120. I think you were short a zero. That would be my guess. Let's go to ChatGPT. Let's check it out. I think what you told me was 0.01 BNB. So that's $62. Or no, 62 cents. That would be 62 cents in BNB, right? Certainly not amazing. Not amazing. But it's something. He said, "What do you want?" Right here, man. How much, and I don't know why I'm in caps lock. How much in USDT is 0.001 BNB? And then it says it's about 62 cents, so like it's not even $1. But whatever, I'm having fun. It's free. Who cares? I thought you said 0.2 BNB. Yeah, 0.2 BNB would be lit. But how much can they really give you for free? You know. Yeah, 0.001. We're almost to 62 cents, guys. We're almost there. The hope is that you kind of stack it, and then 5 years from now, it's worth considerably more money, maybe $4. I didn't really know how much it would be, so that does kind of suck. I wish it was like, I had already made at least $1 would be kind of cool, right? But you're building your farm up. The idea is at some point you're going to get to a place where you've made enough progress on your farm that maybe you could make like, I don't know, $1 a day or something. That would still be like $30, $40 a month. Well, it'd be $30 a month. What are we at now? I swear this has not been going. Because how is it not using my lure if it's been going? Very interesting. All right, and let's talk about that members only stream. I'm ready to jump into the members only stream. Who's going with me? Yeah, I bought a big bag of BNB at $7. I sold most of it, holding like 50 still for the free Binance airdrop. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I've used it a bunch of times, BNB, for a lot of different things. So I've bought BNB at many different price points, right? Many different price points, and used it on different things. Should have just held the BNB in the first place, and I would be a lot happier. Hopefully that is a lesson learned. Yeah, I have 0 DAC here, so I got nothing so far. It's pretty funny. Oh well, I'm not too worried about it. Apparently I can just use the Discord faucet. Here's the lifer in Las Vegas. Here he is with AJ Wright's Crypto. AI movies, very funny. Yeah, let's leave. All right, cool. We will leave that up. See, I'm going to one tab this. So what do I do when I want to remember something? Boom, one tab. Close and store in one tab. There it is. And now we shall start the countdown. Got distracted here. members only live stream coming up. All channel members starts in let's do 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a little better. Won't feel so sudden on everybody there. Cool. Let's play a round of Panzer Dogs. Blues Guy says, I'll join for a little bit, bro. Gotta work early. No worries. It's the members only stream, so if you can't stay long, it's okay. Have a good rest of your evening. Thank you, Chocolate Salty. I appreciate that. Dang, I missed him. Build up my shots. Bang, bang, bang. That wasn't even who I was going after, but I will take it. Bang, got him. First blood. Let's go MVP. He's got like the big shots coming here. Oof. Got him. Cooking. He did get me with the rocket. Not super happy about that. Bang. Use teammate as shield. Got him. Cheers to you. Come on, don't steal my rocket. Got him before you could grab that health. Well done, well done. And that's game 7-1. Got 2 minutes left. See if we have enough to open our 10 boxes here. MVP on deck. Just remembered I have a job tomorrow. Man, I had to spend a bunch of time on the roof today, sealing stuff for a customer. And it was super hot today. It was like one of the first days where it's been really ridiculously hot again all of a sudden. I love it. I love it when I don't have to get on a roof. Let's put it that way. I haven't seen this daily countdown before. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. It says roofer. Yeah, I'm not a roofer. But I had to seal some things up there with some roofing tar for somebody who's having a leak. I love when it's super hot. Me too. I like when it's super hot, but I like not having to be on the roof as well. All right, so we already got an uncommon. Wow. We really didn't get anything good. Yeah, nothing better than an uncommon. That's pretty lame. But whatever, we just stack them and then we drop them. Why do I have like an asterisk here? Ingot, Panzer pack. I don't know what it's waiting for there. All right, 34 seconds to go. Said I feel so good, LOL, bro. Right. It's hotter on the roof. Yeah, and it's not just that it's hotter on the roof. The roof is hot. And the type of roofs that I'm walking on are not. They're not shingle roofs. You know, they're tile roofs, which are like terracotta. You know, they hold that heat. Just sitting on it through my clothes is like literally burning my ass sitting on it. It's not fun. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I got paid quite well. The 5 minute, definitely got rejected, right?